Why? Because I might meet him in prison? That would suck.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. OCCW proudly presents the Royal Ramble with Jonathan Mellis and our OCC Tag Team Champions, B.A. Marcus Frey and Azrael.
Hello once again and welcome to the Royal Ramble free admission channel and Orange County Championship Wrestling's flagship station, flagship show, and stalwart tag team champions. To my left, the inimitable, incorrigible, inconceivably innocuous.
Those are all words.
Azrael, one half of our tag team champions. To my right, some people say he's getting better at meeting females. Other people say he's just bad at making friends. But to me, he is B.A. Marcus Frey. How you doing, gentlemen?
Good, man. How you doing?
B.A., why you so angry, bro?
No, man. See, here, let me point this out.
Popeye's doing that to you?
No. See, and here's the thing.
No, hold on.
I'm going to be real about this
Why
right
you all
now.
abandoning Chick-fil-A at the drop of a hat?
I'm gonna be a man about this and say, how am I supposed to be a man about my tag team and a man about this team when my own partner can't even roll around with his title? How are you proud to be in a team with me when you sitting there leaving your title wherever it is?
That's right. Oh, wow.
Where is your title?
I'll go get it back.
At the pawn shop?
I will have the money by Friday. I swear to God.
Did you leave it?
I had that gold shiny belt that said Tag Team Champion of the World, B.A. I took that money and I put it in my arm, B.A. I ain't no good.
Before we start.
I get paid Thursday. I'll be back on Friday.
On a somewhat somber note, I want to give a shout out to my good friend Othello, who is in the hospital right now, struggling with a little bit of medical issues. So I want to say, Othello, big man, we miss you. We love you. We are all pulling for you. You know, we all get these setbacks. We all wind up in the hospital once or twice, at least once in our life, sometimes twice, definitely twice, and sometimes, you know, in between. So, brother, eat your food, take your meds, get your rest, come back to us. We'll be here when you get here. Get well, brother.
Big homie, you know I'm pulling for you. You know I'm praying for you and your family. You probably the strongest man I ever met in my life, and I know you're going to pull through this. So, nothing but prayers to you and your family. Safe travels through this mess that we call life, and we'll see you soon.
He's still the most physically fit person I've ever seen.
Yeah, and he's good. You're gonna get through this, brother. We'll see you soon. We love you. I could talk about this all night. Those of you who are watching tonight, take the time to send Othello your good thoughts, and if you're a praying person, send your prayers, and I promise you, he'll get them. All right, that said, I want to talk a little bit before we get to everything. I want to talk about the King of the Ring. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to be as positive about such things, because if all we do is trash WWE, we just sound like a bunch of people who are jealous. And
right. I liked it.
Okay.
And
I liked the whole thing.
Okay, well.
All right, tell me about it.
The hell with Ricochet, I say. Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin is your new King of the Ring. The ladies love him. The men want to be him. You know, Baron Corbin is a constable.
I've wanted to be a lot of things in my life, and it damn sure ain't Baron Corbin.
Well, for the uninitiated, this week on Raw, Ricochet defeated Drew McIntyre in the King of the Ring tournament, and Baron Corbin defeats The Miz as they will advance. Was it on SmackDown tonight, right?
Yeah, the finals or finale of the tournament or whatever. Yeah, I can't.
Who cares? I mean, the whole concept of a one-night tournament. Or the King of the Ring was a one-night tournament, and you're supposed to advance in one night. That makes for amazing television. Yet someone figured we could draw this out. And go ahead, your take.
It just bothers me because it's like, do you really think that people's interest is peaked because you took something that usually ran for about 2.5, 3 hours, and you're spreading it out over 4 days? 4 days. So now not only do I have to sit and wait for the end result of a man that didn't go through an actual tournament, because if you look at any form of martial arts, any form of anything, tournaments like combat tournaments usually take place in one day. because they know that the winner of that tournament,
It's a war of attrition.
right?
Yeah.
You proved to the world that you have the stamina and just the physical prowess to make it to the end and become the victor. You are now spreading this out over 4 days, and I don't give a damn anymore. Most people are probably sitting at home going, who cares?
How you take a concept that was originally sold as a one-day tournament and cut it into basically bits, like what do you call it? Snippets.
Yep.
You know, you have one match here, one match there. One of the drawing things is, and if you look, even if you go even further back, you look at WrestleMania 4 when it was a tournament for the title, when Macho Man won, wound up winning. The whole part of the drama was seeing, oh, this guy's advanced, he's tired, or that guy had an easy match. We'll see what happens when this tired guy gets in against that guy who just, cheated his way into, and they've pretty much eliminated that whole concept. I think.
Yeah.
What's your favorite wrestling tournament you've seen?
Mine?
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Oh no,
Probably
no.
WrestleMania 4.
No, I'm gonna say the Crockett Cup that the Road Warriors won. That was even further back.
wild.
But that was a 16-man tournament. It took place in one night. No, it was an 8-team tournament, 16-man, 8-team. And the Road Warriors wound up beating Ronnie Garvin and Barry Windham for the title. It was, for $1 million in a Crockett Cup. It was so exciting to see who's going to win, who's going to, and if they had spread that out, it would have been just another TV show.
I mean, I've been in a lot of tournaments where I'm like, man, I'd sure like to go home now and pick this up tomorrow after I've had some Gatorade and a little nap and some juice.
Some juice.
Some juice. You gotta weigh it. You gotta weigh in at 135. Let me come back tomorrow when I'm 157.
Right.
Let's go ahead and do this.
I'm pretty sure you could take juice to those tournaments.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not take a nap and be in the comfort of my own home. I'm not trying to drink out of a goddamn juice box and sit in the bleachers of the bleachers at the high school stadium are not comfortable for sleeping.
Right. I would task anybody to find a high school wrestling tournament where they say, hey, we're going to start this wrestling tournament today, but we'll pick it back up tomorrow.
God, I wish.
No, there are some tournaments like that, but you have to, as you advance, it's a 2-day tournament, especially like the state tournaments and such like that. But the point is, it's supposed to be a one-night tournament. It's pro wrestling.
Right.
You're killing the drama. That's like, okay, what's the coolest movie you've seen? Like, that's drawn you in the most in the last 10 years?
Oh, God.
One of the Dark Knight movies, maybe?
I hated those.
Endgame?
Probably, I'd say Endgame.
Okay, now imagine watching that on TV.
Yeah.
Over a mini-series. Like, we're going to make it a mini-series. Not only are there commercials in between these key scenes, it's also drawn out over 5 days.
I'd be done.
You'll be like, so what?
And that's the main reason why I was excited when the way that they advertised it and billed it the week before it happened, because they said Raw is King of the Ring, and they billed it as though, like, when I saw that, I was like, man, that's a 3-hour show. 3-hour show, so mind you, every pay-per-view is around 2.5 to 3 hours anyway.
Right.
It's a 3-hour show, and yes, I have to get commercials, but I can almost guarantee that it'll be a match, and then maybe a commercial during the match, and then and then the end of the match, and then a commercial, and then they'll go to the next match.
Yeah,
like
this sounds like a lot of work you're proposing, though. Like,
I mean,
you're expecting a lot out of Baron Corbin, man.
and that's the thing is, we should be expecting more out of our wrestlers that are on television, because if this is what you're giving us, if this is what you're showing the fans, that's your level of competition and your level of endurance, is you have to spread a one-night tournament out over 4 days, and not just 4 days. The 4 days didn't even land in the same week, so you had two rounds last week and 2 rounds this week. It's garbage.
So you're spreading it out over 2 weeks, not really 4 days.
Pretty much.
Who do you think was the best King of the Ring?
King Booker.
Ah, come on, man.
I loved King Booker.
I tell you, but
he ran with that pretty far. Like, that was his thing for like a number of years.
It was fantastic.
King Booker.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, the best King of the Ring. Actually,
You got a white butler. What? Pretty sure he did. It was on TV.
I know. I'm just waiting
As
for
I
you to say that
recall.
word.
That's
That we
horrible.
discussed
No.
you not ever say. That said, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody wants to say Stone. I like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I
feel like that's the gimme though. Like everybody liked that because that was literally the turning point of his career.
You know that was gonna be Triple H.
Yeah, and he did that curtain call with the Click, and they were
Right?
like, "I love verga."
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, yeah. But see, it didn't seem to hurt him. I mean, the guy's running the WWE.
I mean, because when you're
when
you're plugging it to the owner's daughter, I mean, of course, it's not going to hurt him. Now.
Talk like that.
I mean, we just
Didn't
being
help
real.
Macho Man. I guess timing is everything.
Wow.
Didn't do nothing for Randy.
Well, yeah.
Just real quick, Dustin Lawyer is chiming in.
Dustin Lawyer.
He says he said he was about to jump in the shower when you heard the Royal Rumble come on. He said, now I'm standing here naked in my living room, just unsure what to do.
Why do we need to know that?
Just keep
Vixer,
those.
it didn't happen.
If you're standing, no. If you're standing in the living room naked, make sure your lobsters are nowhere around. That's all I'm
I
gonna
have
say.
a suggestion. Go jump in the tub and take a computer that's plugged in there with
No,
you.
no,
man.
That's
Sales. That's $10 we're not gonna get no more.
Yeah,
Hey,
come on, that's ticket
I thought
sales right there.
Do you still live with your mom? That's gonna be awkward. You might want to throw on some of
No, remember,
Tidy Whitey's.
he lives with his cats and his lobsters.
That's
That's all he has.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the cat might scratch him.
Those lobsters
like a
might get-
scratching both.
Anyway,
Looks like a cat toy.
in other national stories, now you guys may not be following this, but I've been following the NWA and how it's been in the last 20 years, 30 years, how it's taken these different roles. Billy Corgan owns the National
Could we
Wrestling
use
Alliance.
the word evolved? Has it evolved?
I
or has
don't
it
know
just-
if it's fair to say it's evolved. Evolved means growth into something different and more efficient. I don't think it has gotten to where it's more efficient than it used to be. But September 30th and October 1st in Atlanta, Georgia, they will be conducting their first of a series of television tapings for their broadcast. For their broadcast show for broadcast. That's unfortunately it's on something called Atlanta, Georgia Public Broadcasting Studios.
Oh, wow.
Which sounds like PBS, right?
Which
Atlanta
basically,
PBS.
basically means you have to pull it up somewhere after it's already in.
Yeah, and so if any of you internet cowboys out there can find a way that I can watch it, it's semi close, let me know. Joe Galley, are you familiar with Joe Galley? He's doing the commentary for that. Are you not interested?
Dustin's not completely nude. He is indeed wearing his friendship bracelet. So that's good.
And by the way, La Raza is watching if you guys care.
Are you? On whose TV? The one that you stole or the one that you're going to steal? We're going to talk about them in a
Do
minute.
the slide across the floor like Risky Business, Dustin, and then show the cats the helicopter. That'll learn you.
Back on topic. So NWA is moving forward. And this is, last week I talked about how the industry was growing, whereas it doesn't seem like the WWE is really growing or evolving or whatever you want to call it. There's another example, the NWA, right, which has been all but dead for the last 30 years since.
Nah, man, the NWA's been in business for a long time. Nick Aldis has been champion recently.
It's been in business, but
they've been up and down. They weren't on national TV.
But that's the thing is
How relevant have they been?
You don't find out who's really the champion of the NWA until they make appearances elsewhere with the NWA title.
right? Defaming the NWA champion.
Right.
and
So
someone always does something terrible to
Yeah.
it, right?
Like-
So
Marty Scurll's still wrestling for the NWA.
is he? Marty Scurll's awesome.
But they're open to wrestle. It's like an indie promotion, pretty much.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to
still
take it to a large indie promotion, a large regional
Do you know
promotion.
what time slot they're in Georgia?
That's Eastern Standard Time, 6:05, that type of thing. And from what I
Okay,
understand,
that's not bad.
It's right up the street from where they used to shoot those old
Hey,
PBS
we used to be
shows.
on Los Alamitos TV. We ain't nothing to sneeze at. We used to run after the kids' soccer games.
Yeah, and before the Man About Town, where they would go into different places and sample rice.
I immediately quit watching after our show, but I believe you.
Okay, so that's the NWA version. So keep your eye out. AEW is growing. Impact Wrestling seems to be, standing upright on its own 2 feet again. And the NWA, it's always had a special place in my heart. Guys like,
Yeah, me too. I mean, I love "Fuck the Police." That's
Me too.
one of my
Easy, Ice
favorite
Cube,
songs.
Dr. Dre. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Straight
what's that?
off
What?
it.
No, I'm talking about the National Wrestling Alliance,
Oh.
not
Makes sense.
NWA.
I mean-
there's some cookies.
Right?
Straight out of easy. I was a bigger fan of CB4.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No
not,
way.
Not really, but I like that movie.
I mean, that
Stayed
was
out of low cash.
That was awesome. All right, we're off topic. I'm sorry. Let's get to Robert. Can you pull this picture up for us from Next Level? Not this Saturday. 2 weeks from Saturday, September 14th. Orange County Championship Wrestling returns to American Legion Post 716. That's at 3252 Florista. A lot of us get it wrong and say Florida, and people get lost trying to find it. Just look for the big building with the big flags on it. Florista, Los Alamitos. Orange County Championship Wrestling will present Next Level. That's right. Exciting professional wrestling in our home, well, not our hometown, but our.
Yeah, that's a nice.
I like
that's
that
pretty.
flyer.
It
looks nice, huh?
It's like Tron.
Yeah.
Like Tron.
It's like we literally going into the computer to get to the next level.
There you go. Thank you. All right. That's Saturday, September 14th. In opening matches, we of course the entire card has not been completed. There will be more, but what we have booked thus far, the Lucha Pro Heavyweight Champion Gusten Uberstud will be taking on the one half of Judas and Benedict Arnold. I'm not sure exactly which one he is. Freddie Flores, one half of La Raza. Yes, former tag team champions. Now champions of making my life a living hell. Freddie Flores will be taking on Gusten Uberstud for the title in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So
you know what? I hope Gusten beats that yak mouth sucker bitch made Punk. He really is good for nothing. He ain't got no chance in this match. I'm telling you, like at the end of it, he's shown that being Judas ain't really helped him at all. So congratulations, you went with the losing team.
Personally,
I mean, you talk a lot of jive, but Freddie Flores might drop him in 5. If you talk a little more, he might drop him in 4.
I think we should shave that beard too. I hate that beard.
we shaved that head. Yeah. Okay. Personal issues aside,
Flores is a beautiful man. He's had hundreds and hundreds of professional fights, and he's still pretty as a girl.
Show your loyalty.
Boy, you must have spent the whole weekend watching Muhammad Ali videos. All right. Freddie Flores goes to number 2. Lucha Pro Heavyweight Championship on the line in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So don't miss that. Also on the card, Lou Tapia, formerly known as Luis. He's kind of embraced his new.
Welcome to America, Lou.
All right, he took his government name.
Well, he got that thing in the mail, and now he's going by
Lou. Green card.
Right?
Tapia, huh?
He's gonna be taking on the other half of La Raza. Alexander Vega, right? Now, that would either be Judas or Benedict Arnold.
Razor Cabron.
Razor Cabron, exactly. Thank you. I like that. I might use that.
Get some tights made.
In one-on-one action. Should be an exciting match. I know that Lou does not like, personally or professionally, Alexander Vega, and that should be, Alexander Vega, he's big, he's tough, he's uglier than homemade soap, and he is going to take a big bite out of Lou Tapia, and we'll see how well Tapia responds. So don't miss that match. What's so funny?
He might enjoy getting a bite taken out of him. I don't know.
Well, Gusten and just
Uberstud, okay.
This is for you, Azrael. Read it out loud.
Azrael, if there was a way to wrestle you over the internet, I would do it and end this thing once and for all. Most people fight over the internet. I'm going to respond back angrily.
It seems like we're in the world of wrestling Twitter fingers.
When I see you, I'm totally going to kick your... How do I spell? Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Some people just can't get off their damn phone. What are you going to do?
I mean, we're in the world of internet bullies, so why not?
Yeah,
Did you ever play that wrestling game when you were like younger and then you had to pick like moves and then you send it in?
Sure, and you have to,
yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Suplex for 5 points.
Okay.
Hold on.
No, I did not say Lou Bega was going to be there. Lou Bega. Mambo number 5.
Yeah, that's a Mambo number 5.
No, Mambo number 5 will not be singing the national. All right. And you might want to pay attention to this one there.
Mike Mattis thinks my name is Israel, by the way. Is that why you don't think like me, Mike?
I know. Azrael, two very different concepts.
I get a lot of government aid too, buddy. They send me all kind of money.
All right.
A lot of white Mexicans in Mexico too.
And you're gonna want to pay attention to this here.
They're called Spaniards, Joe. White Mexicans.
For the Orange County Championship Wrestling Tag Team Championship, we have this team, the champs, Thunder and Lightning, as they will be taking on the up-and-coming, all the way out, Modern Justice, the team of Eddie Escrimador and everyone's favorite Chris Camacho.
Oh, man, I've been waiting to punch that kid in the mouth.
Would you care to comment?
I'm going to explain the differences between fencing and Eskrima when I see him on Saturday the 14th.
I mean, either way, it's going down. I mean, these kids, everyone's talking about these kids got some heart. They got cardio. They got this, that, and the other. That's fine. But you know what happens when you put a heart in my hand and I squeeze the hell out of it?
Yeah.
All that cardio is gone. You
go to prison. Wait a minute, man.
Hey, here's the thing. We ain't going to prison because you signed a waiver before you step in the ring with me.
Signed a waiver.
So, good luck to you.
I'm not sure if you've been blind lately, but have you seen the footage of Camacho kicking some ass lately?
I'm not doubting that kid's heart. That kid got some heart. But the one man he hasn't stepped in the ring with yet is me. So, congratulations. You just signed a check that your ass can't cash.
And you better get a payday loan to try to pay off, that check.
Nah, he ain't going to get no payday loan. He's just going to try and steal something and pawn it. Exactly. That's probably where your belt is now.
At 300% interest, it's a lot to pay back, okay? Camacho keeps his money in a mayo jar under his bed. I know, because I took it yesterday.
It's a crema jar now.
Is that what you took in exchange for your title?
Hey, I've done a lot of weird stuff for $20.
Joey Barone. You guys remember? Is it Baroni? Because he told me.
Joey Barone.
Barone.
Not Baroni.
Well, didn't he tell me it's Baroni?
No.
Didn't he correct me during the meeting and said my name's
jerk
Baroni?
to me. His name is Mud, if you're asking me.
He will be on the card.
Joey Macaroni.
Freddie Havoc.
Joey Jabroni.
Freddie Havoc is on the card.
Oh.
Yes, and many more. So we'll have more about that matchup and who's taking on who as soon as I get their ink on the paper, as it were.
I'm going to be bringing Eskrima sticks, by the way, just so we all can see the difference.
You know what? That's a fantastic idea.
I have them.
All right. I have some collie sticks, too. Would you care to
They're
inform me
the same
difference?
goddamn thing.
Make sure you watch them,
depends on where you are in the
if
world.
you leave them unattended, I
In the
guarantee
South,
you
we call
Camacho's
them
going to steal
bait and
them.
stick.
Okay, wait a minute.
Cut me a switch.
In our main event,
Take you to the whooping shed.
in our main event, hey,
Let's move forward, please.
thank you. In our main event, you've seen him here on OCCW shows before. You've seen footage of him here on the Royal Ramble. You've heard his name bandied about here and there. He's fought men everywhere from Alaska to Zaire, from Anaheim to Zanzibar. His name is Damon Devine. He is 260 pounds of chiseled muscle, bald head, and two fists that would shake the foundations of any building he wrestles in. He will be taking on, for the OCCW heavyweight title, the Vintage Dragon.
Man, we keep getting these non-OCCW guys stepping in trying to get that title back for us. And mind you, I want that title off of Vintage. But let's make one thing clear. Divine, you win that title, you ain't taking it nowhere. It's staying here in OCCW. So good luck to you. Get the job done. And then gear up, because we got plenty of guys that are going to want to go after you for that thing.
I thought we weren't supposed to do business with China no more. I can't just be importing people from China. Is he a political refugee? Send him back.
No, he's from here.
But I seen him over there.
Well, you know what?
He's been in China.
I've
Send him
seen
back.
you in Thailand, and I don't try to send you back there.
Hey, $20 is $20.
All right, then. So Damon Devine getting his first title shot here in Orange County Championship Wrestling up against, I hate to say it, the always tough and incredibly resourceful. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, he's something.
Vintage Dragon. So don't miss that. You're going to want to see that. Tickets are on sale now. That is at Saturday, September 14th at 3252 Florista Street, Los Alamitos. That's the American Legion Post 716. Pre-sale tickets are $15. They will be $20 at the door. We have a full kitchen, so you can have some of the best meatball sandwiches and concessions in town. For those of you who would probably prefer maybe something along the lines of an adult beverage, we have a full bar. Coming out, you're supporting veterans, you're supporting OC, you're supporting independent wrestling. Bring your family, bring your friends, Hell, bring your enemies. I don't care. As long as they buy a ticket, bring them in. All right. Our enemies are going to be there. You might as well have yours, right?
Yeah.
And you might want to bring a medic for modern justice as well.
Now, John, do you know who Juan Ramon Reynoso is?
Yes, Juan Ramon Reynoso. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. We haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Come back to the. He's one of my jiu-jitsu
Yeah,
fighters.
he looked like a Havana music performer.
Oh, well, thank you. Like Mambo King's like Tito Puente. Is that his name? Tito Puente? All right. Mambo number 6. I'm working on Mambo number 6. Yes. And yes, MG Contreras, the Chiver, Freddie Havoc will be back. As I stated earlier, he will be wrestling September 14th at 7:16. So buy your ticket, right?
And Havoc said he's ready for anybody. Anyone, doesn't matter who it is.
Who said that?
Freddie Havoc.
Freddie Havoc. He's ready for anybody. And you know what? Tough as a $2 steak, meaner than a shithouse rat, and did I already say uglier than homemade soap?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk. Okay, so you guys, you've seen Modern Justice in the ring, and you guys have tangled with Camacho before.
Yeah.
What does his new tag team partner, Eskrima, bring other than a fencing foil to the ring that his old partner didn't know that's going to make this team a little bit better?
I mean, I feel like they both are high energy.
Right.
They're it's like literally getting in the ring with loose electrical lines where it's just they're going everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's gonna be something. They're gonna test my cardio. I know that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm gonna test their toughness. So let's see which one falls first.
Very good. Very good.
Now, John, real quick, we have both of our champions watching, Gustin and Vintage Dragon.
Make them fight over the internet.
Right.
Declare your hatred for
let's
each
see if
other.
we can get a winner online.
Okay, let me tell you this. Gustin, I know you're busy right now. I know you have. I know you have. I was going to hit you. I know you have clients coming over for your special workout from all over the world, right? Vintage Dragon, I appreciate you watching, and I know that you're getting ready for some real work to be done here on September 14th. But let me tell you something. We've got all our bases covered this time, right? You are going to have to defend that title, keep that title in the ring. You're not going to handcuff yourself to some post. You're not going to have some loophole in the contract to jump through. You're not going to have your boys ruining everything. We've got you covered. So when you get in that ring with Damon Devine, and Damon, if you're watching, I can honestly tell you although we are not any more than professional friends, right? Professional acquaintances, we will do everything we can to make sure that match will be on the up and up. There will be no chicanery, no underhandedness, no Lucha Pro BS coming out from under the ring, dropping it out of a helicopter or whatever has been going on in the past.
I mean, I feel like he's just going to take that as a challenge, though, because he's a snake, so he's used to laying on his belly and finding his way underneath things.
Well, here's the thing. Vintage Dragon did not get to where he is in this business by not being able to bring it in the ring.
Well, I think
it's amazingly talented.
We're meeting the new Vintage.
Well, and to see what he's done, if I had known he was going to do all these things, jump through all these loopholes, pull all these strings, I would never have signed him to a title match in the first place. But the man, okay, and I don't like to admit this, he has outsmarted us every step of the way. All right?
Outsmarted you. I don't write the contract.
He said, let's
I don't
not say
have nothing to do with writing any of that.
I meant us
When
collectively.
we were in the match, we made him squeal like a piggy.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yes, and Gustin made him quit, and what happened?
He still found
He still
a way
kept the
around
title,
the
didn't
rules.
he?
You know, you should have hired a lawyer, like I told you.
Well, I did.
One of the, yarmulke looking ones.
The views and opinions of Azrael are the
never
views and
gonna-
opinions of Azrael himself. Do not represent the views and opinions of Free Admission Media, Orange County Championship Wrestling,
Johnny
the
Cochran.
Royal
You
Ramble,
should've got Johnny Cochran.
the Rebel,
Johnny
the
Cochran.
Royal
Love
Ramble,
you,
or
man.
anyone else with a brain in their head. Thank you.
Cochran.
Hey, and if you have any protests, please DM Azrael.
Are we
Please.
paying the
Don't make Herman
tariffs?
come after him.
Are we paying all the tariffs for Damon Devine? They better not put us under.
No. Damon Devine is a U.S. citizen.
Oh.
Now, once again, that's Saturday, September 14th. Next level at American Legion Post 716. Do not miss it. Tickets are pre-sale $15, $20 at the door. Like I said, bring your family, bring your friends. You're going to get... Look, even if your friend doesn't like wrestling, I'm sure they probably like meatball sandwiches. I'm sure they probably like a good adult beverage. We have the best bartender and the best sandwiches in town. Do not miss it.
I'm going to get drunk.
Not a blind show.
No, you're not going to get drunk. You're going to be on the clock.
ring
I'll be a ring announcer drunk and
Bull,
a ring announcer.
Joey the
You
cock
wouldn't
and
be the
bull.
first one, I guarantee that.
Okay, can you toss me that timer there?
Oh, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the portion of our show known as topics. Topics, where I put a topic on the table. Our boys here, our distinguished panel, has a little more than a minute to answer said topic, and we put the topic to you viewers. If you have any topics that you would like to discuss, please send them in now, right? As
Make
long
them
as they're
weird.
wrestling related.
No,
Don't send us something about, Game of Thrones.
Oh,
I mean, I'll talk about that.
No, we will not, because I
good.
haven't seen any of them yet.
Let's talk about Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Oh, and we will not talk about Popeye's chicken.
Oh,
Can you
come on.
imagine if I had gone in there, what my experience would be like?
Oh, I would've
with
loved to hear that
fast food?
story.
Oh my God.
We would have had another classic for
Another
the
show.
Fast Food Chronicles.
It would have been a Jim Cornette moment, I'm sure. Okay, that said,
Just watch Game of Thrones.
No, it's
been
not like
months.
it's not like it's
Are
going
you
to
waiting for the
continue.
books to come out? You waiting for the books?
He's waiting to flip
I'll
books.
get to it. I'm a very busy man. I run 3 businesses.
He's
Okay?
waiting for
Cut
them
us
to
some
start
slack.
the
I mean,
spin-off.
Aquaman's in there doing something to some girl on that show,
It's in the
Yeah.
very first season.
He only lasted a season.
Yeah.
Right? And he was so disappointed. Jason Momoa reads the script. I'm going to play this character
Oh,
for years.
that was a badass
He gets to
character,
the
too.
end
Khal
and he's like,
Drogo.
He's like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, like, at least I didn't
set.
cut my dick off.
right? It could have ended worse.
Okay. Our first topic. All right. It's a little bit wordy, so stay with me. NXT is going to the USA Network when Raw moves to network.
Yeah.
All right. And it is going on Wednesday night against AEW. So basically, what we're having is a revisiting of the Monday Night Wars on Wednesday night between two different companies. So the topic is NXT to USA against AEW on TBS. Is it TBS?
Yes.
Or TNT?
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, okay. On one of the Turner
I think
networks.
it's TNT.
The topic is NXT to USA against AEW. NXT versus AEW. Who wants to take it first?
I'll take that.
Go. I'm talking to
Yeah, he's busy in his Twitter war right now. So
Go.
I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest about this. This decision to take NXT off of the WWE network actually grounded my decision to cancel my subscription to the WWE network. So ultimately, I feel like it's not the best business move. I mean, mind you, yeah, okay, great. I get to watch it on Wednesdays, and then I can, if I miss it, do the catch up on YouTube like I do with everything else. It's a great standpoint to reach more viewers. But ultimately, you're admitting defeat on your network, because really, think about it. What is left on your network? Yes, I can go back and watch old matches, but if I wanted to do that, I could do that on YouTube. Like you're now not offering anything that is truly exclusive to your network other than your pay-per-views. And ultimately, I can find a way to stream your pay-per-views too. So it's to me a bad move. I think that you're admitting that you're afraid of what AEW is going to be able to do for the business, and that you feel like you have to go up against them right off the bat instead of waiting and seeing, hey, what the fans really think. You're trying to meet them head on, and I don't think it's a good idea.
All right. So.
God
Sorry.
bless you.
I don't believe
Thank
in all
you.
that.
You don't believe in all that? Here to give his opinion on the subject, NXT versus AEW.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
Wednesday Night Wars. We
is a
have
Playboy.
Azrael and go.
I think it's definitely counter programming. I think that's a very true thing. They know AEW's on Wednesday, so like we're gonna have a show that's very similar. Our most similar show we're gonna run on Wednesday. AEW is most similar. It's the competition to NXT. It's not the competition to the next roster guys. Just the size of the individuals is only comparable to people. AEW and NXT is the same. It's the same style of match. If you watch main events for NXT, it's like the indie super match style that's going to be prevalent probably from AEW, because it's the top of the indie match. So the super kicks back and forth. You run to the ropes, I hit you. I run to the ropes, you hit me. The Canadian Destroyer onto the floor, but that ain't nothing. Roll you back in, come back into some other thing, and then the roll up is very close for 2, if not the 3. So those two are definitely competition for each other. They're getting about 50 million. They have Road Stories and the Edge and Christian show. They have Road Stories as like the cartoon where they tell the story on the networks. There's still lots of other things. There's the Chronicles. I can follow around Alexa Bliss 24/7, but not when she's showering. So I kind of think that missed about the good half hour that I was hoping for in the 24-hour special on Alexa Bliss. We can watch Total Divas with Rollins and
what
Becky
about
Lynch.
205 Live?
I guess it's still
Is that
on.
on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay. Yeah, you want to weigh in on that?
No, I was just saying, before you answer, we have one of our viewers has a topic saying, who is the greatest heel of 2019?
Okay, now that'll be a good topic. Do you want to address that, Joey? Do you need a minute to think about it? I'm going to ask
you guys go ahead and do it.
All right. Okay, that's a great topic. BA, you want to take this one?
Yeah.
Who is the greatest heel of 2019?
B.A. Marcus
Go.
Frey.
I mean, if we're gonna go heel, then I think the Fiend. I mean, of course, some people would say that he's not a heel, that he's kind of that tweener, but he's attacked nothing but legends and face characters so far. So I would have to go with the Fiend. I mean, I really think that everything, like I said, that Bray Wyatt touches right now is turning to absolute gold. That man is a genius. WWE is now starting to finally get behind him and market him and sell the masks that he wears for children and people of all ages. Next, they're actually talking about coming out with the heel and hurt gloves. The man is a genius. That's the only thing that I can say. You only come across guys like that so often in wrestling, and he's really changing the outlay and the aspect of the modern day Undertaker, and it really truly is, and that's what I'm hoping that it ends with, is a match between him and the Undertaker at WrestleMania, for him to finally put the dead man to rest and say, this is the new age. And I mean, apparently Undertaker did tell him, kill the past, be the future. So
Fantastic. Wow, that's a great take on that topic. All right, very good. All right, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, sure.
All
Ready to
go. Ready to go.
I think it's too early to go with Bray Wyatt because he hasn't had like enough matches. It's only been like about a month of them doing that. I think they're advertising Bray Wyatt at being in a Hell in the Cell against either Braun Strowman or Seth Rollins, whoever the champion might be. They're doing the pre-advertising for the venue for the Hell in the Cell. So definitely having the Fiend in the Hell in the Cell, that'll probably be one of the top heel moments. But the best heel so far, I go with Elias. You can just sit Elias down with his guitar and it's like the honky tonk man and Randy Savage and a beautiful athletic baby who's better at both things than either of them ever were. He looks great. He can sit there doing genuine, like, true heel things, not like I need to shit on wrestling to get people to respond, like Ronda Rousey heel things, or Brock Lesnar, like, taking a dump on everybody to get a heel response. In the classic heel sense of the honky-tonk man or any kind of heel gimmick, Elias is probably the best work so far. He gets them white hot just about talking about how, like, the local football team sucks, and I'm partial to that kind of thing. Like, his work in the ring, he's not, like, the flashy flipping around type of person. He doesn't have like a ton of big moves, which is another like heel factor. So if you're looking for somebody who's heel in all the classic sense of the word, I would definitely go with Elias.
Fantastic, then. Fantastic. Okay, do you want to try this one, Joe?
Oh, no, you guys.
Okay.
he's like, that's
okay,
not
we got
my
one
thing.
more topic that we want to go to, okay? And this is actually, I can even answer this one. The topic is, what made you want to get involved in the wrestling business? What made you want to get involved in the wrestling business? BA.
I'll take it. It was just growing up as a kid and watching it. I mean, I think the moment that I truly realized that I wanted to be involved in it was when I watched, which is, people are going to think that this is ridiculous, but when I watched Ahmed Johnson versus Goldust, and it was, the match itself was terrible, but the way that they built that story about the big black guy who's so upset that a guy kissed him, and they embodied everything that I was like, this is entertaining.
That was,
it like, and I've talked about Dustin on this show before. I really feel like Goldust was probably one of the greatest characters created for that time, because what he did was he twisted everyone's mind to make you think, is he gay? But do we say the word gay?
Yeah.
Is that something that we even want to touch base on? Like, there were characters in the past that flirted with the flamboyantness, but they never, when the bell rang, they fought like men. They fought like hard-nosed, like in your face. None of them really did what he did, and I think that's really what made me go, I could do this.
That's really interesting. I
think when he did a Razor Ramon too, freaked him right out. They went up to like that was like his
fantastic
thing for his years,
and then
licking the ropes and whatnot.
Yeah, and then to watch how he evolved over the years, where it was like, okay, now I need to reinvent myself, but I'm not going to stop being Goldust. I'm just going to tweak it.
Well, let me ask you this: what was Stardust?
Stardust was his brother.
Yeah, but was it the same kind of?
It was Cody Rhodes realizing that he gets his powers from the universe, and he was depending on the universe
it's
to
like all the weird stuff, but none of the gay stuff.
Yeah.
He did like all the weird bit of Goldust, but with none of the like, oh, maybe he's into dudes. Who knows?
Yeah,
because it was like 2018. Who cares?
I got you. Kind of.
He was into comic
like Ziggy
books,
Stardust without the David Bowie to it. Okay.
Which he threw himself into it though for a gimmick that he didn't really like to do, probably because he didn't want to do it after he left, and left because he didn't want to be the stupid mid card thing for the rest of his life. Like he really did it well.
Yeah,
he was very good at it.
Yep, I liked it better. I think the two gimmicks that Cody Rhodes did that topped the charts for me was that, and then when he was doing the my broken nose, like this one over here, Mr. Oh, my face is so messed up. Your face always looked like that. That's your mom's fault. But like
you didn't have to kick me. All right, my feelings.
We're gonna pitch this topic to you. All right.
All right, ready? Go.
What made you want to get involved in the wrestling business? Go.
Well, I've been a martial artist since always, and I consider like professional wrestling to be the top martial art. You have not martial combat, like it's a self-defense system, like I'm going to use this in a bar fight, but in like art. But in the art sense of like you're simulating a combat for the sake of storytelling. Sure. A lot of martial art is symbolic. There's different moves, different katas, whereas just it's put together to tell some kind of story. And pro wrestling is the top of that. You have two-man forms in Shaolin Kung Fu that's representing like daytime and nighttime, yin and yang type of thing. Working with another person in that kind of context. They have it like in Shenyang. No theater in Japan, Kabuki. There you go. Kabuki's the name of it. So pro wrestling is the top of that. So being able to put together like a story that has limitless potential to it. I also wanted to work with people that were more athletic. If you go to the typical karate school, there's like 1% of people that are in any kind of physical condition, thank God. But in the professional wrestling, you have some of the biggest, strongest people that I could possibly contest against in this kind of thing. So putting together a fight with that type of person was appealing to me.
All right. Excellent responses to very good topics. Those of you who sent those topics to us, thank you. And in the future, feel free to kind of send those in as we move forward. We will look for a little more participation from our audience, and hopefully we will be able to address any topics you want.
And just a warning to those out there, if anybody really actually wants to try to step to Azrael, he is a black belt. He will kick your head off. So think twice.
Fair enough. I've spent some time on the
I'd like to give a big shout out to all our viewers out there. We got Dustin Lawyer, Mike is watching, Christina Nicole, Brian Chastney, Jessica Sky. Who else here?
Fancy Nancy.
Mindy Hinojosa.
Love you, girl.
Who else here? Of course, everybody we mentioned earlier, all of our boys, Vince's Dragon, Uber.
Well, we got to thank them for watching. So
and
thank you for watching.
Who else? Oh, yeah, no. Who stepped in here? Oh, yeah, Rachel Stanley. She's watching.
We're going to move. What's the next thing that we're doing tonight?
Say it in Spanish. Say it in Spanish.
No. Hey, Yoga Star.
Hello.
I mean, you got to keep working on it because it's going to get there.
What's that wave? What's that wave?
What's
that wave?
Hold on.
Tilt your hat to the side.
Okay, hold on.
There you go. Yes.
I was also a yoga teacher for many years. I'll have
but you're not a yoga star.
Nobody cares.
There's a difference.
I'm flexible, and I can put my foot on the back of my head too.
Yeah,
nobody gives.
Yeah, like you said, $20 is $20.
But see, here's the thing: your yoga abilities would never get this.
Right?
Hola, Yoga Star.
Hey, you know what? I don't appreciate that. I'm sorry, babe.
I love it. Konnichiwa, Yoga Star.
That's Japanese. Yoga is Indian. From India.
Namaste, yoga
Japan
star.
and India are the same. Hell with it.
What's that, Robert? We're getting word that our security cameras are picking up some action down in the basement where we
Now
have
what?
our wrestling ring, and this is becoming a regular occurrence. In fact, I'm thinking of actually. Well, let's see. What do we got? Can you go to that? Can you go to those cameras there, Robert? Okay, what do we got here? We got Lou Tap Out Tapia, looking good, and this is your boy Screamer.
There.
Always.
Wait, can they hear us?
Can they hear us? I don't know. I can hear us.
They can hear us.
All right, so this is interesting. I know these guys were actually pretty friendly.
I think Luis is his dad. Get him, Luis.
They look related.
Put a whipping on that boy.
Don't they look a little similar?
They got the collar and elbow tie up. They go to the corner.
All right, well,
Let's see if we get a clean break out
looks
of
like a
Screamer.
Screamer's got the power on
You
him.
got a chance to scout this guy.
Yes.
Hey, clean break. All right, not
Hey, why
bad.
is the referee wearing pants this time? This is some nonsense.
What is she supposed to wear?
Well, at least you got a little shirt on. You got a little.
Yes, all right.
Oh, Screamer right to
Tapia
his
with
belly.
an armbar takedown and
There
a
you go.
That's why he's
reverse
tap out Tapia.
elbow squeeze.
Attaboy.
Hey, oh, the Screamer showing that he's got a.
There you go.
Turnabout is fair play. Has to get a front face or a rear face. Oh, and a pin combination from Tapia.
Yeah, they look like twins.
There you go.
Flying drop kick from Screamer. And another one. Screamer's on fire here. Fantastic thing.
Luis is more of the mat wrestler, so he's probably trying to not fall prey to any of these aerial moves of a Screamer.
Facelift.
No one home in that corner. As a Screamer. Oh,
Yeah, right in
Ribs.
his ribs.
oh God.
Nice ribs,
That was
yeah.
tough.
Nice little drop kick of his own.
Luis trying to make everyone
Oh!
Yeah, rip that shoulder out. Now it's
That cannot be good for that rotator cuff on a Screamer there.
Now we're starting to see why they call him tap out.
Yeah.
Now, John, is that a trademark look for Luis? He always wears that thing on his shoulder.
Well, I know he's had some shoulder injuries before. I remember one time he flew out of the ring and hit the metal
I
post
remember
outside.
because I threw him.
And I remember because I was the one who got to sit in the hospital with him. Oh, pretty combination from the Screamer. Oh, trying to reverse that
That's a
armbar.
rule change I think there should be. If you have a triangle or something on him, you're not getting
No, you're right. It's not a pinning combination.
bothered.
I agree. I'll take a look into that.
Look at that audience. They're going live out there. Look at those guys. USA. Aren't they
Camacho is
both?
saying something about USA.
Aren't they both from different countries?
Yes, they are.
What I'm about to say.
I think they're both from El Salvador, no?
I think he was saying ASA.
Back to the
arm
arm.
wringer.
That'll learn you.
Tapia is holding on to that like a hobo holds on to a ham sandwich. He's not
Ask
giving
him
up.
in Spanish.
That Screamer's not giving up.
No.
Terminate. Esto.
Oh, come on.
He's not giving up. He's looking for that rope. I don't know. He's kind of far from it. I mean, the ring is. It's a larger sized ring.
He should buy a sword.
Oh, he's got it. All right. He's got to ask for a break.
Oh, come on.
Count it off.
Count them off.
There you go.
Refusing to break the whole.
That's a long count.
Right?
Well, I mean, she gave Tapia enough time to snap that arm off.
Yeah. Screamer looking like he's the worst for it. Tapia taking some. Oh, and that same arm he was trying to break comes up and feeds him an elbow. Oh, big boot to the jaw.
Here we go.
Perfection.
Breaker from Screamer.
That's a possible knockout. Gotta follow it up, young man. Follow it up. Now's the time. Seize the day. Carpe diem.
Actually, it's nighttime, so we can't pay
So Thunder and Lightning,
No, I'm Latin.
Thunder and Lightning, is this putting any fear in your eyes? Because I see that man right there and the guy sitting in the audience.
All I gotta say is thank you for letting me scout you before we wrestle you. I mean, I was gonna go back and start watching some film, but you're gonna do it right here live for us. Then thank you very much.
Luis.
Now they're outside. Look, I just mopped those mats. If they, all right, good. Win that fight back in the ring. Hey, get back in the ring before you get counted out, Ed.
Hey, ref, count him out.
USA.
Oh, Tapia, Escrima's got to concentrate on the match and not about,
He's really
man.
looking to rip that arm off.
Is that sweat or orange peels in the ring?
Luis is just bitter about it.
I don't know.
I'm hoping it's sweat.
With Camacho there. It
It could be
just about
pumpkin
anything.
seeds or whatever, right? Roll up like Escrima. Oh, kick out of
Couldn't
the
really
two.
support himself with that arm that he's been tearing on.
Flying knee to Tapia's jaw. Boy, Tapia's jaw is taking a beating in this match.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have a glass jaw. That's good.
Oh, headbutt misses and finds the turnbuckle.
Oh, but it looks like he's going to send him back into that same time.
Oh, puts that shoulder into the ring post. These guys are tougher than I thought.
Gooston's saying, hey, you guys should run down there and kick their butts.
It looks like they're doing a good job of kicking each other's ass, right?
I haven't stretched.
I
I ate like an hour.
I'm not looking to sweat for the sake of sweating. I mean, really, let's be
getting
honest.
paid for this.
True fighting man. I'm very impressed. He's looking for that submission with that armbar.
Fine. Luis is just bitter towards anybody who has two healthy shoulders.
Oh, and we get the tap
He got
out.
him to tap.
Outstanding.
Ring the bell.
He's coming. Let him go.
Let him go, Luis. Come on, man.
Hey,
The liability ends with the tap
Hey,
out.
hey, if you're going to do it, tear it off.
No, man.
Your winner,
it's
Luis
my
Tapia.
Yeah, but
Tap out,
that
Tapia.
helps us.
Lou, tap out,
He
tap.
can sue me for that.
He signed a waiver.
Yeah. You know how lawyers are.
Yeah.
Like Dustin lawyer.
But like he signed a waiver for the confines of the match
Well,
from bell to bell.
Hopefully his arm is healed by the time you guys' match comes around.
Why
What
would
do you
you
mean,
hope
hopefully? No,
We wanna
man.
see a great match.
I agree. Hopefully his arm is healed by the time.
that? You will see a great match because you'll have Thunder and Lightning there. That's all you need
There
to
you go.
worry
And
about.
I'm going to have a word with Tapia. That guy signed to my card. You break his arm. He doesn't wrestle. I'm out that much money. All
I
right?
think he might have just gave us a preview of what he's going to be looking to do at next level.
I think we're gonna work over that
Absolutely.
arm a little bit now that I think of it.
Once again, that's Saturday, September 14th at American Legion Post 716 in Los Alamitos. Orange County Championship Wrestling presents Next Level. You will see Vintage Dragon versus Damon Devine. You'll see Gustin Thunder Ubers to defend his Lucha Pro title against Freddie Flores. You'll see Lou, who you just saw there, Tap Out Tapia, taking on Alexander Vega of the team of Benedict Arnold and Judas. And you will see these two gentlemen sitting next to me, Thunder and Lightning, tag team champions, taking on two of what you just saw in the ring, Eddie Escrima, the team of Modern Justice. Doors open at 5:30. Bell time is at 6 p.m. Do not miss it. Gentlemen, do you have anything you wish to say to our audience before we sign off?
I only got one thing to say. Good night, Yoga Star.
Hey,
Oh, damn.
I love when he says goodnight to me.
yeah.
And this is Joey the Bull signing out. We'll see you
Hey,
next.
where you going? Hold up
Wait,
there.
hold on.
Hold up there.
Wait, what's happening?
Wait, I don't think you're funny.
Oh.
This is Jonathan Malice for Orange County Championship Wrestling and the team of Thunder and Lightning and Joey the Bull.
That's
May
right.
all your bumps be taken in the ring. You get back here right now.
See you next week.